Hey guys, doing commentary for these highlights since my cap card didn't record the sound. This is the qualifying lap that I did to get pole. First turn here, I always been trying to carry as much speed as I can through it and try not to hit the curb. Same way with here. And then flat out for turn 3 and 4. And at times, especially during the race, you have to let up there, but pretty much just full throttle. And I kind of get the grass there, but game was being nice, I think. And a little lockup, which, as you had seen the time there, it was very close, purple sector there. And I thought that ruined my lap. But make some good recovery time in sector 2. Even though I am down a bit and kind of cut the corner there again. But pretty much flat out up until the final turn. And again, trying to carry as much speed as possible and deploy the rest of the curves. And just managed to beat Warder. Will starting third, Taff in fourth, my teammate Tazo in fifth, Earl taking sixth, Dave in seventh, Thunder in eighth, Punisher in ninth, Aldo 10th, and Bonner, who did not put in a lap, starts 11th, and Mukau, who unfortunately had some connection issues, starts at the back. So I wanted to get a very good start here, but as you will see, did not quite work out, as Warder just seemed to have a lot better grip than me and got off the line. I had to kind of back out of it so as not to cause any contact. And yeah, that was some poor driving there. And that pretty much let him get away, which early on in the race I wasn't too worried about. But as it came closer to my pit time, he just kept pulling away, and looked kind of bleak early on. But I had the Tazo train early on too, so that helped keep everyone back at least for the beginning of the race. As we're approaching sector 3 of the first lap, still within a second, but he just manages to have a lot more straight line speed than me, it seems. Even though he was on the 3 left setup. And I have pretty decent gap between myself and Tazo. Skip to lap 3, my front left was completely worn, so tried to do the undercut, but that didn't quite work out, as you'll see later. Managed to come back out of the pits, believe ninth. Yep, ninth place. And this is not where I wanted to be early on, behind all the traffic. But being on the new tires, I figured I could get through them pretty quickly, which proved to be a little more difficult, especially around Jerez, as there's really not a whole lot of overtaking opportunities. Get into the back and move a little bit. But he locks up, runs wide. Just can't seem to get the power down early enough to take the position, though. Still stuck behind him though, but it's all good, all good. And I don't know what happened there. It looked like some lag issues. But up into P8 and Bonner goes, whoa, lag. On 3 pit. And I don't know what that was either. I think that was Dave. So got through them and pretty much battled Bonner for a good little chunk here. Like a lap or two, I believe. I'd get right up on him. I just could not seem to make a move stick. Even with them running wide there, I would have figured he'd lost a little speed, but I really cut the corner there. A little sloppy driving early on for me. I thought I was going to get the position there, but probably should have used the KERS just a tad sooner. Thought about going outside move, but didn't want to ruin his race or mine. And I got Dave breathing down my backside. Hard to see the arrows at times since I'm driving a white car. I believe I take him first turn, or he runs a little wide. Might not be here, but no. I know it's this lap. Like Dave's still having some lag issues as the arrow indicators were a little wonky. Yep, it ran wide there. And had a little contact there, but luckily neither one of us got spun around. And from there I pretty much start my chase to track down Warder. We skip ahead to lap 12 after my first prime stint. And somehow I managed to catch Warder in the pits. Which I think at one point at the Sector 2 split, I believe I was, as you can see there, time-wise, 4.5 seconds off, but managing to catch him in the pit like that really helped, as he had some traffic to go through the first time around. So he skipped, nothing really happened, so he skipped to lap 20, pitting yet again for another set of primes. And yet again, to hold Warder up a little bit more. As you can see, made up a decent chunk of time compared to last pit stop. So lap 25, I finally have worked my way right behind him. And it's a pretty good battle between me and him most of the race, at least in the social race, or the practice session, I mean, with times and everything. But sadly, I just could not seem to have the pace other than the main straight to really make a move on him. And yeah, messed up there. Luckily, I didn't screw either one of us up. So then he pulls away and back to trying to track him down again. And then a couple laps later, he dives into the pit to try and get the undercut on me. And finally, am running on my own in front. But being he had the fresher tires, I knew I was going to have to pit either this lap or next lap to hopefully have a shot at staying with him, if not passing him, in the final parts of this race until that happened. And I do feel bad for him because I've been in that spot. It sucks. Then we skip to the final lap. As nothing had happened. I'm on 6-lap old options. Really having to struggle around the turns. And Will actually had caught up. If he had another lap, he definitely could have been gifted first place. And there are the standings. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully not too much criticism for my commentary. And leave a like. Thank you.